Hi, my name is Chris Adams, and today I'd like to talk about prototyping. And prototyping is a way that you can feed your inspiration, and also it's very important for communication. And you can prototype any kind of thing. You can prototype a design, a letter, a physical product, a website, an app that you might be building. Today I want to mostly talk about designing physical products. One of the most important things is that it should be quick, it should be fast, and it should be cheap. Because you want to get your prototyping done quickly and something that you can play around with without spending a lot of money. And then once you get it to a certain state, you can communicate that to the next person in line who might spend some time. You might want to spend some money with a graphic designer or engineer, or spend some time yourself doing that. One of the first things that you should be ready to do when you prototype is use a pencil and paper. It's great, and I think that if you want to get into any kind of product design on your own, you should learn a little bit about sketching. You don't have to be great, just a little bit better than awful. So if you come up with a logo design, for example, you might say, oh, I want to have some sort of circle. You can draw a little bit of a circle, and I want to have kind of wedge shape through there. And if you have just a little bit more than that, you can communicate it to a graphic designer. Or I want to have a room, to be able to draw a room shape like this, and then I want to have some sort of entrance going in. Just being able to do a simple sketch, a simple design to be able to move that on to the next phase. And when you get into designing physical objects, it helps to have something that you can actually manipulate and hold. And one of the interesting stories that I came across was the developer of the original BlackBerry started with a block of wood. And the original BlackBerry was really pretty groundbreaking because nobody had one. And so he made a block of wood and carried it around and says, well, how am I going to make this thing that people are going to talk on and carry around? And he put it to his ear and pretended to talk and put it on his belt. Back in the day, as people did it. And so he used a block like this. And anything that gets developed now, an iPhone or iPod, goes through some stage like this. And if you're developing your own products, think along those lines. Cardboard tubes, PVC, blocks of wood, paper, anything goes. For myself, when I was developing my product, I used pencils. I developed a computer cooler, and I used pencils and tape. And then I also used modeling clay to get the size right, to get what I wanted. And so over time, I did that. I had material samples that I sent, and once I had done that, I moved along, and then I was able to send that and got a product that resembles what I started with my prototype. So anyway, that was a few minutes overview. Hopefully maybe it got some ideas with how you can move forward on your prototyping idea.